Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Briareo Skerensky and welcome to the unboxing of LoveR Kiss Endless Memories. This is not the first time I take a look at this game. Originally there was LoveR on the PS4, of which I have a review of. Then there was LoveR Kiss that was available on Switch, PS4 and PS5, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have the latest version, LoveR Kiss Endless Memories, which is available on Switch, PS5 and PC. I don't think there is a PS4 version for this, but I'm not 100% sure. And currently there is no Switch 2 version. Dragami Games, the publisher, published a roadmap for this title, and a Switch 2 version will come out around March 2026. But enough rambling, and let's take a look at this rather small collector's edition. So, on the front cover we have the main heroines of this game, and if I'm not mistaken, the teacher here is a new addition to the first version of LoveR. And all around the other girls were always present from the starting game, the vanilla version. So, this is the Switch version, and this is an obi that comes out, and on one side we have the logo of the game, and here we have the contents of this edition. The Nintendo Switch version of the game, of course, a LoveR Kiss full-color artbook, a Magical Girl acrylic stand, and 3 DLCs. Let's take a look around the box. Once again, there is the logo of the game. On top we have the logo of the publisher, and as well on bottom. And on the back we just have this Sweet One logo, which I don't really remember if it has any presence in the game. It has been quite some time. So, DLC logo. This is the art book. Part 1 of the acrylic stands, part 2 of the acrylic stands, and the Switch game. So the game should be quick to take a look at. On the front cover we have one of the main heroines alongside all the logos you'd expect. Spine, nothing out of the ordinary. And on the back we have all the heroines in their magical girl outfit, 3 screenshots, 3 to describe the game, and these two I don't recognize from the base game, but again I played it quite some time ago. Of course this is a one player only game, and inside no manual unfortunately, but we do have a not quite reverse cover, but an inner illustration of the same heroine of the front cover in a black and white rendition on a beach. DLC code, well, nothing really much to say about this. We have what looks like a one-piece dress on the left, a bikini with a sweater in the center, and a pajama, I guess, on the right. Next we have the acrylic diorama, and it is provided on 2 plates, one for the base and the background, and the other for the heroines. And again, there is nothing much to say, although I think the printing quality on the base and the background is better than on the heroines. The heroines have, at times, their colors are a bit to the yellow, especially on her and her, but otherwise it's somewhat blurry, and I now notice it varies depending on who you are looking at. All the pegs on the heroines are of the same size, so you can arrange them as you see fit. And the last item of this collector's edition is the art book. On the front cover we have, well, two of the heroines, of course, and the cover is not glossy or semi-glossy, but it's matte with a rough touch. And it's like watercolor paper. Its heft, its texture reminds me of that. So, and here you can see the marbling of the paper a bit better. So this is the front cover, and here we have the illustration for the heroines in their magical girl costume. And one thing about this edition, I think the biggest thing is that it's available in multiple languages. PlayAsia has this game, this version, the Japanese version, with multiple languages, English included. I don't know which other languages are on the cartridge. And there is a PC version available on Steam or GOG. It is available on PC officially in Western markets. So the art is a mix between illustration from the original character design and 3D renderings. Not that I mind, and I see they went all out with the extra costumes available in the Kiss edition. It is rated 0D, on the same level of Serran Kagura, of all things. There was also a sci-fi costume. Ah, yes, I was mentioning the succubus costume that was introduced in LoveR Kiss, not this one, the previous one. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the time when Nintendo likely didn't care about what people put on Switch. And if I must say, not even now, judging by how the eShop is cluttered by garbage. So the Switch version was less censored than the PS4 version. Or better, the PS5 version of LoveR Kiss. And this is it for the art book, but stay tuned because I have a couple of extras to show you. The first is a DLC code for what looks like an almost naked apron, and nothing much to say. And lastly, we have a wall scroll. This is 73 centimeters high and 51.5 centimeters wide. Unfortunately, it's for a character I don't particularly like. If I'm not mistaken, she is the younger sister of the protagonist, Yu, and also it has probably been derived from a 3D render, and that render wasn't at high enough resolution for a decent print, because especially on the chibi character on the right there is plenty of blurring on the eyes and the mouth, and you can see some pixelization even on the main character. It is mostly evident on the necktie and also on the arm, but also there is some kind of smudge on the mouth. And the background seems ripped straight out of either the Switch or PS4 version of the game. So, other than that, the printing quality is good, and they have printed what they had available, unfortunately. Not a particularly great wall scroll. The collector's edition of LoveR Kiss Endless Memories is disappointing. I wasn't really expecting a soundtrack CD, but here a drama CD or even an ASMR CD would have worked wonders. Instead, Dragami went for an acrylic stand that, I don't know, apparently Japan really loves their acrylic stands. The artbook is nice, a bit on the small side, and a bit too much of promotion material instead of sketches. It would have been great to know the process all characters went through to reach their final design. The DLC codes for costumes are always welcome though. This is the game I was talking about during my Rise No Atelier unboxing, but again, another game came in and now I feel I have to unbox that as well. And this is why you are getting this one in the middle of the week rather than the usual Sunday. So, in the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing and you'll stick around for more. Briareos Kerensky, over and out.